The year was 1517. Europe slumbered in the bosom of the Roman Catholic Church, yet beneath the surface a current of discontent was stirring. Enter Martin Luther, an Augustinian monk from Germany. Luther questioned the Church's sale of indulgences, which promised forgiveness of sins in exchange for money. Driven by his beliefs, he penned his 95 Theses, a scorching indictment of the Church's practices. On October 31, 1517, he nailed his work to the door of All Saints' Church in Wittenberg, Germany. This act of defiance ignited a firestorm that would forever alter the course of Western history. With his theses, Luther sparked a revolution. The Reformation had begun. Luther's 95 Theses were a clarion call for a return to the fundamental tenets of Christianity. Luther argued that salvation was received as a free gift from God through faith alone. This emphasis on sola fide, faith alone, became a cornerstone of Protestant theology. He further challenged the Church's claim to be the sole interpreter of Scripture. Luther believed that the Bible was the ultimate authority on matters of faith. The impact of Luther's theses was electrifying. They spread like wildfire throughout Europe, aided by the newly invented printing press. People began to question the Church's authority. The Church's response to Luther was swift and severe. The Reformation had taken root, and Europe would never be the same. The Reformation spread like wildfire across Europe. The printing press became a powerful tool in the hands of the reformers. Luther's writings reached a wide audience, spreading his ideas far and wide. The rise of Protestantism fractured the religious unity of Europe. New Protestant denominations emerged, each with its own interpretation of Christian doctrine. The Catholic Church launched its own counter-reformation. The struggle between Catholicism and Protestantism had profound political and social consequences. The Holy Roman Empire was torn apart by religious strife, culminating in the devastating 30 Years' War. Europe was now a continent divided by faith. Central to the success of the Reformation was the printing press. This new technology allowed for the mass production and distribution of printed materials. Luther and his followers used it to disseminate their translations of the Bible, pamphlets, and other writings. For the first time, ordinary people could read the Bible in their own language. The printing press became a weapon of reform. It allowed for the rapid dissemination of Protestant ideas. The Reformation, in many ways, was a media revolution. The printing press played a pivotal role in shaping the course of the Reformation. Luther did not set out to break away from the Catholic Church. He saw himself as a reformer, seeking to purify the Church from within. Luther's primary concern was the salvation of souls. He longed for a simpler, more authentic faith, centered on the grace of God and the teachings of Scripture. However, the Church's response to his criticism forced him and his followers to break away. The Reformation was the inevitable consequence of the Church's resistance to change. Luther's courage in challenging the established order left an indelible mark on Western civilization. The Reformation was a watershed moment in European history. It shattered the religious unity of the continent and reshaped the political and intellectual landscape of the West. One of the most enduring legacies of the Reformation is the emphasis on religious freedom. Luther's stand against the Catholic Church paved the way for the idea that individuals should have the right to choose their own faith. The Reformation also had a profound impact on education. Protestants placed a high value on literacy, establishing schools and universities. The Reformation challenged the established order and gave rise to new ideas and beliefs. Its legacy continues to resonate today, reminding us of the power of ideas and the importance of religious freedom.